Clytus, I'm bored. What plaything can you offer me today?
An obscure channel on YouTube the inhabitants call Graphic Man.
How peaceful it looks.
Most effective, Your Majesty. Will you destroy this Graphic Man?
Later. I like to play with things a while before annihilation.
Graphic Man, he likes to draw stuff. Graphic Man, he's reading comic books.
Do you know how close he came to being activated this week?
None other than Silverage.
Graphic Man, he streams on Wednesdays. He finds comics for us, does it with no fuss. He draws with a shaky hand, Bronze Age, Silverage, Golden Age, he's Graphic Man. Graphic Man is just a guy from Missouri, and I'll never stop drawing till his eyes get blurry. Please, someone stop him. I'll never stop drawing. Thought it was a metaphor, but you just never stop it. Please, someone help him. It's been 36 hours. You have to stop drawing. Please stop drawing. Graphic Man, won't you think of your family? Please stop drawing. Please stop drawing. I'm staging an intervention.
Just keep drawing. How much paper do you have? How much paper is there? How much paper did you start cutting down the forest?
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the most anticipated thrill-packed episode, weekly endeavor. People have been just chomping at the bit. They can't wait. So let me slowly bring in and show you all who we have this time. We have Jambo. We have Shannon. We have Howler. Paulo Costa, our foreign correspondent. We have Charlton 66. Eric Breen. Silverage. And Meyer Greenblatt. Hello, everybody.
Hi, y'all. How's everybody?
Konnichiwa.
Doing good.
In the chat, we have Maranya. Hello.
Hello.
All right.
Michael. Lead Paint. Yes, by the way, you see the Friends of Old Fossils there.
That's
One
good.
day I'll have to make that. So, the Comic Collector. Hello there.
Yeah.
And let's see. I think that's about everybody. We will get going here any second now, as soon as I remove a few things. Has everybody got their microphone now? And we're joined with Captain Strangelife.
Hey.
What's up, hon?
Everybody, how's everyone doing?
Doing great. We are at 10. This is our record. This is unfortunately the limit. And I've already been in contact with Spinner Rack. He's going to hold off for a while and join us much later. And it's good to see Meyer. I spoke with him on the phone yesterday. He's going to show us some toys. And I thought I'd start us off, though, with some BC. If you guys have any of these, but I like comics of all kinds. How many did you got, Shannon?
Well, the whole bottom of my display rack here is full of them.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, I love that stuff.
I have 11, and you just finally showed one that I have. No.
Great design. I'm beautiful.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh.
So these were drawn by Johnny Hart.
Yeah, having that stuff I didn't understand when I was a kid, but it was still funny. Yeah.
That was a big thing. I remember, when they were riding the single wheel there, they were promoting some tire company at one time. I think it was Michelin or something.
Yeah.
Goodyear?
Yeah, they actually had a few TV specials in the 70s. I still watch the Thanksgiving one every year. I post it on Facebook and nobody cares. I'm like, uncultured beast,
Hey, Tim, I have the Christmas and Thanksgiving on VHS.
Awesome. Maybe next time I'll bring out my Far Side stuff.
Check out this back cover. Slowing down just in time to resume speed up that hill. That happens today, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Down.
Now, Johnny Hart went on to also draw, let me get these in order, The Wizard of Id.
Yep.
Yes.
Which, in my opinion, was a little funnier than BC. That king was just hilarious.
Yeah.
Every character was hilarious. Go ahead.
Oh, BC is a bit more philosophical. And,
Right.
Yeah, one of those BC paperbacks, there's a forward by Charles Schultz. He said the only piece of artwork he has beside his own is a BC original by Johnny Hart in the studio.
And Jackson's here. All right.
Hey, Jackson.
Hey, Jackson.
I don't know if BC ever truly ended.
No, his grandkids do it now. It's online. Yeah.
All right. Well, who would like to go first? Listen to him.
Don't be shy now.
Surprise.
All right.
There you go.
Well, I hope you guys scored some stuff on Free Comic Book Day. I went to my local comic store, Chaotic Comics, over in Dover, New Hampshire, and I was able to just wanted to show a couple of things that I picked up. I came back because I really hit the 50-cent bin hard, and I came back with I think it was 80 books, half a short box full of stuff from the 80s, late 80s, and early 90s. But I did pick up these cool things.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
$5 a piece.
Oh,
that's your price.
Oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it when he said that. I nearly choked. I said, no, I'm talking about these ones. Yeah, for $5. I said, okay, I'll take them. Here's my money.
I get those.
I don't know what happened. There we go.
And then I came across this.
Yes. Great. Love comic reader.
Yeah.
Don Newton cover. That's awesome.
Yeah.
1981, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, those are great.
1981.
Yeah. Noah.
So I thought that was pretty cool. It's got a lot of stuff like comic strips from like the Gazette. So stuff like that. So it was pretty neat. And I said, yeah, you don't come across them too often. Great picture right there.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, yeah, I'll take them. So, all right. And then, okay. We're going to show some Charltons. We got Korea Girl, number 57.
Great.
And we got Sarge Steele, number 2.
Oh, isn't that a great cover?
I love that cover.
That's a great cover, man.
Is that Giordano?
I believe it is.
Yeah.
I do my best, Maranya. Then we got Judo Master, number 98. Love Judo Master.
Nice.
Yeah.
I love the dinosaur and everything, right?
Yeah, that's a great cover.
So. And then we got some older Blue Beetles. I don't know what the numbers are because I didn't write them. Oh, I guess I did. This is volume 2, number 2.
Cool.
Oh, that's nice.
And I don't have a number on this one.
I don't remember it either.
Yeah.
I remember it's funky.
Same thing with that one. But these are great. I love when I able to pick these up in the late 80s, and it was just cool because I had never seen these before at that point.
Yeah.
So it was like, yeah, here, take my money.
Mr. Crab.
Here we go. Number 52, volume 3.
Wow. That's a nice cover, too.
Yeah, I love the orange and the blue pops right out of the orange.
That's cool.
Yeah, before that image got better, it first showed up in a Macho Man versus the Blue Beetle.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we got number 53, I think it is. Nice black cover.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
No, that's cool.
Jambo, did you you disappeared for a while?
Yeah, I tried to reboot my channel here. I was having problems apparently. So
it is volume 3, number 54.
You got a nice little run there, Doc.
Yeah. I'm still missing I think it was the number 1 for the second run.
Mm-hmm.
The second volume. And then we'll top it off with a Captain Adam.
Nice.
Yeah. I really like this with all the colors and everything.
Yeah.
So Dr. Spectro, and he was the guy. He was fighting in that little showcase, DC showcase animated feature of Blue Beetle that we were talking about last week. So
well, good call.
Nice one.
So there we go. Round 1.
Well, Captain Strangelife may need to go soon because he's recovering from the Wuhan, of course. So,
oh man,
2 weeks. I haven't shaved for 2 weeks, man.
How you doing?
I showered for 2 weeks either. I wash myself up every night though. I'm afraid to go in the shower because I might fall, get dizzy. I think I got a brain fog a little bit. Man. What was I doing? What the fuck was I doing? Okay. Holy smokes. Yeah, so I recently picked up some stuff. Well, I didn't pick it up. I bought it from eBay. I got a pretty good deal on these. This is I don't know what is this. Let me pull this out. I don't know what issue this is. I think this is issue 2, 3. Yeah, issue 3 of Space Cadet.
Oh wow!
that is
nice.
Yeah,
that's nice.
Cool.
Mort Meskin. I don't particularly care for his art too much, but pretty decent cover though.
Yeah.
Mort Meskin. Volume 2, number 3, and I think there were only 3 issues of Tribe Comics. And I got this is number 2.
That's a great cover too.
I'm Corbett, Space Cadet. And I don't have volume. I don't have the first issue, but you know, I don't know. I think the reason they had called it Surprise Comics called it Volume 2 is because I think that they continued from Dell Comics, which started Tom Corbett, Space Cadet, around 1953, 54. And then these were from 1955, so I think that's where the Volume 2 comes in. Anyway, this is Dell Comics. I think this was the last issue of the Dell one.
That's what I remember. Yeah, that's cool.
Beautiful.
Very cool.
Nice painted cover by, what was the guy's name? What was his name? Al, not Williamson. Mick Williams, I think. Mick Williams. He's the guy that did that Dateline Danger series in 1968 that introduced the first African American lead in comic strips in the United States. Dateline Danger. Anybody remember that?
No.
That was cool.
Secret agents, I think, and I think they got the idea, like from everything that was going on at the time on TV. You know, that Man from Uncle, you know, and I Spy, and of course, you know, 007 and stuff like that. So I think that's where that came in. But yeah, that's pretty nice. I like these painted covers.
Yeah, great stuff.
It looks like it's right off a pulp.
Yeah, it's got that pulp feel. It's got that old pulp feel to it.
Yeah, that looks great. That's so cool.
So I got a couple other things I'll show them maybe a little bit later.
Okay.
I got brain fog in here a little bit.
Well, we'll run to Meyer Greenblatt. I think he's got some good toys he wants to show us, and we'll go to Paulo after him. So, all right, Meyer, take it away.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Meyer.
Yeah, let's look at stuff. What I'm going to show is just stuff that I picked up recently, and it's new stuff. It's Marvel Select stuff. One of the things I picked up recently that I really recommend. This is called the Immortal Hulk. He stands about 10 inches tall.
Yeah, that's on my radar. That is cool.
Yeah, that's nice.
Really well articulated, and this is my favorite Hulk in this scale up to this point, which is saying a lot because we've seen a lot of stuff from Toy Biz and Marvel Legends.
Yeah,
but this is the best so far, I think. And then speaking of Hulks, I've got here and Marvel Legends. I've got the large 12-inch scale Marvel Legends Hulk.
Oh, cool.
Wow, the face could have been Solomon Grundy almost.
Yeah, he was terrifying, man.
He comes with a different head sculpt, which is the modern day updated kind of Hulk.
Yeah.
Oh, neat.
That's cool.
And the darker skin. And then this is a great Juggernaut figure.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Wow.
Marvel Select, staying with the theme of large figures, even though this is like the 1/12 scale. This is a huge figure. This is like a home defense item.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Looks a little bit like Jumbo Comics, somebody said.
Yeah.
This is a great Titanium Man figure.
Wow. Neat.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yeah.
This beautiful metallic green paint. and he goes really well in scale with this Silver Centurion.
Yeah, man, that's very cool.
Yeah.
Remember this great armor from like, I don't know, was it about 1986 or 85
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
maybe it was earlier?
The Scarlet Centurion armor. I think it didn't get its due, to tell you the truth.
You guys ever recall that Paul McCartney, Venus and Mars
I think it
album?
was issue Iron Man 200 was the debut of this armor. Iron Man 200. This is a great Wolverine figure. So still with the Marvel Legends 12-inch scale. The thing about this Marvel Legends 12-inch scale is you're getting a 1/6 scale figure that's actually posable, and it's a fraction of the cost of Hot Toys, where you're going to pay $200 or more for a Wolverine figure, but when this came out, it was less than $50, and you pay around that much right now in the secondary market. But these figures can actually be posed in dynamic poses. The expensive Hot Toys figures, usually because of the tight-fitting costume on the figure itself, you can't really leave it posed in a static pose for any length of time without actually damaging your $200 action figure. So, like, why would you have a Spider-Man figure that you can't pose in a Spider-Man pose, right? But that's what happens. This is a really cool interpretation of the Abomination.
Very nice.
Also, an excellent home defense item. You could like leave a door crack and put this at the top of it. And this would like brain, like a crush their skull.
If you just dropped it out of the ceiling, it'd probably scare them to death.
And then the last thing, speaking of Spider-Man, this is a great Marvel Select Venom figure, maybe the best Venom. And this is the new Ben Reilly Marvel Legends Spider-Man, which is I'm not a fan of the character, but I am a fan of the figure and the costume design.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Neat. I always thought that tongue was so weird, man.
Yes. Those looked great. Fabulous.
Yeah, that's excellent.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Paulo, are you going to send us? There he is.
There I am. Oops. There I was. Now we're going to have to do it again.
Uh-oh.
Wardrobe malfunction.
And
okay, there we are. So I wasn't planning on doing another feature like this because last week I did the Neil Adams covers from the Brazilian comics, some of which I read, some of which I had. But now this week I'm going to have to do the same with George Perez, especially because with Perez it's more personal. The first two artists that I learned to recognize were John Byrne and George Perez. And I grew up with Perez appearing on the covers, and a lot of the stuff that I did really resonated with me in my formative years. This is the first Perez cover to debut in Brazil. Heróis em Ação was like all the Brazilian magazines, an anthology. This issue number 3 features the first appearance of the New Teen Titans, and they share the billing with Superboy, Atari Force, and Dr. Fate. But having a Perez cover here, I think this is the first Perez cover to appear in Brazil, and it was just amazing. And unfortunately, there's this tendency that the Brazilian publisher had in the early years of publishing superheroes, that they cleaned out, they cleaned up the covers, so they're standing against a white background, which I don't think is the best one. But Perez drawings and a bunch of new characters on the cover was the formula for a hit in the newsstands. And now the first Marvel cover that they had, Super Aventuras Marvel, another anthology. This is the beginning of the Web of Intrigue storyline, which appeared in Marvel Fanfare with Black Widow.
Great story.
Yeah, there's also Dark Phoenix Saga inside, and Red Sonja, and Master of Kung Fu, but they didn't show it on the cover. But even though it has other figures in there, the Black Widow part is really striking. I think this is definitely the first Perez stories that I've read, and well, I didn't know what it meant, but I like that story very much. It also introduced the origin of Black Widow, so it was one of the first characters that I knew the best. An interesting Perez cover because there's no Perez art inside, but he drew the cover to this issue of Marvel 2-in-1. Not a title that appeared very much in the Brazilian comics, but they decided to publish these stories featuring the resurrection of the supposed resurrection of Adam Warlock, which of course fails.
Mhm.
And this is one of the very few Hulk covers which don't feature the Incredible Hulk on the cover.
I don't think I've ever seen that image before.
Yeah, I think it's Marvel 2-in-1 number 63.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Wow.
Now to the fourth cover here, and when Heróis em Ação was canceled, the New Teen Titans shifted to Super Amigos, Super Friends. Not very super friendly, having the Deathstroke the Terminator shooting at the New Teen Titans on the cover. And of course, they're advertising a mini detachable mini poster inside. So yeah, massive contradictions when it comes to advertising. And this one, I love this. The first Perez Avengers that I read. The Avengers go to the Old West. Some of the Avengers go to the Old West, while the most of the team remains in the present to square off against the Squadron Supreme. And I love the art inside with all the Western heroes. This was a brief period where they tried shifting the Avengers to Capitão America so that they could speed up the chronology. They started the Avengers from much further back than the other characters when they got the rights to Marvel, but they ended up publishing more Avengers stories throughout. So it was a great way of following the history of these characters. And now the New Teen Titans were so popular in the other anthologies that they just had to give them their own title. Also, in a way to speed up the chronology, because there were usually 2 New Teen Titans stories inside. They were 4 years behind the rest of the DC universe. But it was that way they made sure that they could publish all of the New Teen Titans stories and not skip fill-ins, or especially because there were none. There were no fill-ins in terms of stories. This issue number 1 actually has the Cyborg's origin from the Titan Spotlight. Also, another one of my favorite covers, Heróis da TV number 83. This one features the 2-part story where Ultron creates Costa. It also features Wonder Man's infamous new costume, which lasted only for a few weeks. There's a coloring mistake coloring error on the cover. Wonder Man's trunks are supposed to be green. They're painted purple here. They are green inside. I actually liked that costume when I was 8. Of course, I was 8. Hey, that's kind of the thing about Perez costumes. He draws a superhero like a kid would draw one, full of detail and plenty of color all around.
It's kind of a ripoff from the Wonder Man from Netor comics. If you ever looked at any of the old Golden Age Wonder comics, you look at the Wonder Man, his costume was almost the same.
Yeah.
So onto a JLA cover.
There you go. Yeah.
That's a nice one.
Yeah.
So 197.
Yeah.
There are very few George Perez JLA covers in the Brazilian comics. I actually don't know why they were publishing the JLA for a while in Super Amigos, and they really didn't use him that much. Superman featuring OMAC.
Yeah.
DC Comics presents.
Yeah.
That's like the only George Perez signature I got is DC Presents 61.
Yeah. It's Flash 123 tribute cover, if you will, Obama.
And another of my favorite Perez Avengers covers. First, this is the first time the Guardians of the Galaxy appeared in Brazilian comics. I just had to know who these guys were. They had fantastic costumes. I didn't buy this, but a friend of mine had it. I ended up buying a different copy a few years later. Absolutely amazing. The beginning of the Korvac saga and a bunch of costume characters running around. Absolutely the best for me. And of course, the Beast here had already coalesced into the design that we know and love. In the previous issues, Perez still drew the Beast a bit like he appeared in Amazing Adventures, but here is the lovable monkey that we all love.
Yeah.
More Justice League here in Superpowers magazine. Superpowers was a quarterly title. Where they put the big storylines, or where the storylines that lasted for a long time, they finally ended. So it was a way to make sure that they did it as special edition with plenty of cool connected stories.
I forgot that's Justice League 200. No, I can't place the figures. They all look familiar.
It's 200. It's just with all the background.
Yeah.
It's part of that wraparound cover.
Yeah.
And now Crisis. So the DC did not publish Crisis in its own title because it affected the whole of the universe. They put the issues of the miniseries sprinkled throughout all of their titles. And it begins here in the New Teen Titans number 12, all because of the Monitor, who was a recurring character in the New Teen Titans. And this one was they advertised the hell out of this comic. It appeared in pretty much every other comic magazine they put out that month. Even on Disney titles, you could find this cover being advertised.
Titas.
Yes. Superpowers number 5.
That is so bizarre to look see for me. That's okay. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, and especially because the logo for makes the cover look different.
Mm-hmm.
And another Heróis da TV. This one was of course very simple, just the vision, but while the Beast was probably the character that Perez left more of a mark on when it comes to style, I'll just love the way that he drew the Vision. There was certain finesse that you couldn't find in other pencilers. New Teen Titans number 16. This was one of those amazing, almost painted covers that Perez did. And I think they must have had a hard time getting the color separation for this. I don't know if they had to recreate the look, because they usually got their Editora Abril got their art from the United States in black and white. So I'm not sure if they actually managed to get the proper color plates for this one or not.
Yeah, that's a great story.
Yeah, very, very noir.
Yeah. And finally, Heróis da TV number 103, the last Marvel Perez cover for a while, especially because it's completely out of place. So the cover blurb speaks of the time that Henry Pym supposedly joined forces with Egghead and the Masters of Evil. So it was already the Roger Stern, Al Milgrom run. They jumped a bunch of Avengers stories. They ended They did the Marcus storyline with Miss Marvel in Grandes Heróis Marvel number 17, one of the special titles. Then in Heróis da TV number 100, they published Avengers Annual number 10, and in number 101 they introduced Monica Rambeau, and then they started. And they jumped all over the Jim Shooter, Gene Colan era. From with the time that Tigra was a member, they just jumped all over that. They didn't publish any stories from it. So this cover is not appropriate for the Avengers story inside, but so it was the last time that that we saw Avengers drawing a bunch of that we saw Perez drawing a bunch of Avengers characters on the cover for a while. All right, and I'll get back because I have a few more Perez covers. There will be more DC certainly in the next batch, because for a while, it's what they published with Perez. It was the New Teen Titans.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Nice stuff.
Well, how about Shannon? We'll go to him real quick.
Okay. Probably gonna have to cut out, so I'm just gonna show a big stack of stuff. I don't want to watch everybody else, but I showed this first little stack on the video I just did. I went to a local Peddler's Mall. I was going to go to a free comic book day at the local shop, but the time we went through there and we had to try the new Buc-ee's and all that, so we were pretty wasted by that time, my wife and I. So, but a lot of times you'll go to these peddler malls and mini malls and you'll find a lot of direct stuff. But I found one guy, I was just about to leave, and I had a little stack of stuff, and somehow I missed this guy that he had the little boxes. But I found out he had a lot of Gold Key stuff, a lot of Harvey stuff, and some Archies like from the 60s and 70s. And there wasn't anything over like $2.99. It was like 99 cents. So, I just kind of dived in. And
was that the one in Richmond there, Shannon?
Now, see, this is what happens. It's just like a bunch of guys that go fishing together. They want to find out where your honey hole is. Yeah, it's in Richmond.
Stay strong, Shannon.
I don't care.
Stay strong.
I stopped at the one in Lexington. Is why I'm saying that.
Yeah, this was in Richmond. It's on the bypass. Okay, got one of my favorites, cartoon and comic wise. Pink
Yeah.
And number 6. Like I say, these are all from like 99 cents to $2.99. A couple readers, including that one, but there's some really nice ones too. Here's Ripley's Believe It or Not.
Yeah.
I need that one, Shannon.
Don't
worry, I'll do it.
Talk to me. Okay, here's number 71.
Nice.
Very cool.
There.
Excellent.
And of course, who could forget Condor Man?
Yeah, man. There you go.
Number 2, the conclusion. It was only 2 issues.
Love it. Got it. Yeah.
Ripley's Believe It or Not, number 93.
Ooh, nice.
And this is one that I wasn't even aware of. Spine Tingling Tales.
Mm-hmm.
Number 2. I think part of this was reprinted from like one of those Gold Key Mystery Comics Digest.
Yeah.
So I think one of the 2 of the stories was from that.
Cool mummy cover.
Yeah, I know. Probably better read this one because I can't read the digests anymore hardly.
No.
Cowboy's still in that mummy head.
Right. Yeah, here's one of the 99-cent books. It's pretty beat up, but it's a Whitman version of Twilight Zone 65. Mm-hmm. But for 99 cents, I wasn't going to leave it.
No. Cool. State law, you can't.
Right.
State law.
And who could forget Garrison's Gorillas from Dell? TV show. Number 3.
That was a short-lived series on TV, huh?
Yeah, didn't last long. Here's another Whitman variant, Mighty Samson 25.
Excellent.
Nice.
Very cool.
I'm trying to complete this one. So, and here's a really cool cover. Lost in Space, number 43.
Ooh, good.
Yeah. Space Family Robinson.
Yep. Morris Karloff Tales of Mystery, number 50.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Mm-hmm.
And this is another 99 center here. Gold Key Spotlight, featuring the Cult Files of Dr. Spectre. Number 8.
All right.
There we go.
There it is.
That's a great cover.
I don't think I ever saw that Gold Key Spotlight.
Yeah, I hadn't either, Hans. So. Of course, I saw one Charlton and I had to get it.
Of course. Yeah. Nice. Go Sarge, get it.
Yeah, I was really surprised to find this one. Here's some Dr. Solar.
Wow. There you go.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
Yeah.
Didn't Alan Moore base Dr. Manhattan on him?
I don't think so, but I haven't seen any interviews where he's talked about Solar before.
Yeah.
With the Watchmen stuff. But that's definitely.
Yeah. Here's some more Space Family Robinson, number 18.
Supposedly it was Captain Adam.
Yeah, that's who it was. Correct.
Yeah, you're right.
I think I have. Yeah, that may have that one. I got a lot of the innovation stuff too.
I know Steve's going to hate this one.
Oh, that's beautiful. There you go. Nice.
What's cool about this? This is Dell 4-color 673, but they've actually got the number on the outside.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
So I started looking up and said, I don't think there was that many issues with Buffalo Bill Jr.
That's awesome.
And this is the only DC I found that I wanted to save.
Yeah,
look at that.
There you go.
I love
Meyer.
Yeah.
It's been done so many times. I think they got it with the Addams Family drawings. What's that guy's name? He did it originally in a Playboy magazine.
Yeah.
Where they separate the skis around a tree.
Here's some Tarzan, number 186.
Very cool.
There we go. Okay, I just pulled out a little stack of Marvel stuff, just out of a random box. Just some of those short run series I'm trying to collect or trying to complete. Ready, since we'll do like a little homage to George Perez.
Great cover.
Yeah, man. Great run.
This is one of my favorite sci-fi movies of all time too. So I love this.
It's a good movie.
Yeah. And here's number 6. I think this is a little bit higher.
Yeah.
The Thanos or Drax story that's in the back.
That's a hard one to get. Yeah.
Yeah. It's got Tom Sutton art in it too. That's another attraction for me. So, well, my grandson is going crazy in there for some reason.
Why, thank you, Sleepy.
He is. He's not had a nap today. I know he is. No, he don't want to go. Here's the last issue. Here's number 7.
Yeah.
Very cool. And another short series I'm trying to complete. Omega the Unknown. One. Yeah. I think Steve Gerber was trying to do a riff on Shazam, Captain Marvel.
Love it though, man. That was such a good series.
I've heard about this. I've had these for years, and I said, well, this is a pretty cheap series. I'm going to go ahead and get all the rest of these and just.
Yeah, that's good.
So, number 3.
Look at that cover art.
Yeah. That book's about 20 years ahead of its time when it came out.
Yeah.
Do we need to do the Gil Kane tribute? Nice.
That's awesome.
Number 8.
There's a Superboy. There's a Superboy cover in the early '80s. New Adventures of Superboy and Lex Luthor, dressed in green with a purple cape. Same cover. Yeah. Punching Superboy.
Here's some stuff for Jambo.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure you got these, right?
Franco cover, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Number 2.
Another one, nice.
Yeah. And 3. We got 5 of them, but just 5 issues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I do have all this one. Number 4.
Sweet.
I think this is the only one I had as a kid. It's pretty beat up. Number 5. Necra. And I got a updated copy.
Sweet.
And who could forget Human Torch?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Classic.
And I had those, and there's a God.
Nice.
I think there's an Alex Schomburg story in one of those.
Oh, is that right?
Where he's doing the torch.
Yeah. I don't have all of them. I need a few of the ones in the middle. There's 3. There's 6.
Very cool.
Yeah, nice.
I'm not sure, but I think some of these were reprints, right?
They all
they had
strange tales.
Golden Age stuff in them too, I think.
I love this cover. This is awesome.
Man. That's awesome.
And here's number 8. Thing.
Cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I found an odd issue of Spidey Super Stories.
Yeah. Love those.
Yeah, who could forget the mute Spider-Man on Electric Company?
I think he was played by Morgan Freeman. So technically, Morgan Freeman may be the first Spider-Man. Just saying. Just saying.
I know he was easy reader.
Yeah, he was easy reader too.
Oh, I love that. Yeah. Him and Roy the Toy Cowboy. And a couple more books to honor Neil Adams again.
My favorite cover.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, that's a great cover.
Too short a run on there.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Hey, why not?
Hey, happy birthday tomorrow, Tony.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Okay. Yeah, I got a few more. John Scott Savage.
Nice.
Some Marvel triple action.
Wow, that's a nice hodgepodge and stuff here tonight.
Yeah, those have some great covers on them. Some of those.
Yeah, they do. I'm sure Rod will agree. I mean, this one has everything. You got the superheroes, you got a square bound, you got a
window,
picture frame, cover,
picture frame cover. You know, what's not to love?
It's all the checks off all the boxes.
Yeah, yep. These do have some great covers on them.
Yeah,
that was cool.
There you go.
Yeah, that's great.
Yeah, this
you got the reprinted story, but you got some original fantastic art on the cover.
Well, yeah, that's one reason I really like it. And here's number 4. That's the last one.
Cool.
Nice.
Awesome. All
right, guys. I'm gonna hang around and watch everybody else's stuff. But that's all.
Okay.
Cool stuff.
Does anybody need to leave early or something? I'll put you through if you want.
I'm gonna jump off. And I'll
Meyer.
I'll watch you guys on the TV and I'll jump in the chat. It was great seeing everybody and thanks for having me.
Good to see you, Meyer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See you,
See you later.
All right.
When you mentioned Schomburg doing the torch, are you talking about the original Human Torch or about the FF Human Torch? You said You said that you thought Schomburg was doing the
Jambo's muted.
A Human Torch story. Tim,
Jambo, did I mute you?
Yeah.
Am I muted or what?
Now, what was the question there, Strangelife?
Oh, I was asking you if when you talked about
there we go. Okay.
When you talked about Alex Schomburg doing that art on the Human Torch, were you talking about the original Human Torch or the FF?
It was it was a Golden Age story that they had reprinted. Yeah.
All right, okay, that's what I thought.
Yes, sir. I wish he did do some Fantastic Four. That would have been awesome. But yeah, it was just a golden age
definitely.
story.
Absolutely.
And why not Art would like to join us at some point. That would be super duper fun.
That'd be great.
Always,
Sure
yeah,
thing. It's his birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday, Tom.
Oh, happy birthday, Charlie.
Why not just drop me an email there? That's 404, and we'll make all the arrangements. I have Spinner Rack and Grottu Orloff waiting in the wings, and so whoever will pop in there, we can have 10 slots, and we're down to 9. So,
well, I'll tell you what.
You want to go?
Yeah, sure. I'm probably going to hop off. My wife's in Knoxville doing work stuff, so I'm going to have to call her in a little bit. So I almost made a big mistake because where I was on the road for work and stuff, sometimes your days kind of merge together. And I pulled out the big stack of stuff that I showed y'all in the hotel room last week. Whoops. So we scrambled a little bit, but on Saturday, I did travel around on Friday to a new place, and now I need one issue of the 31 issues of Comico's Johnny Quest. Cool. The last 2 issues are always hard to find, but this is number 30, and it's the Invisible Monster episode. If you guys watch Johnny Quest, they just went ahead and adapted it. It wasn't a new story this time. If you remember this monster, yeah. Yeah, so this is starting to become the white whale, just trying to find the last issue and stuff. All I can figure out is people that have them aren't giving them up. I'll call her back.
Okay. It was an emergency.
So I stopped at a Goodwill. Yeah, I'm definitely getting off after this. I picked up a few VHS tapes. This is my favorite Christmas movie, Gremlins. A lot of people forget that. I put it right up there with Jimmy Stewart. It's a Wonderful Life. I'm about afraid to show this. I'm very critical of Star Wars, the prequel series, but I'm all right with the second one, the Attack of the Clones, because it has a little bit of a Ray Harryhausen tribute in there. In an arena with giant bug monsters and things like that. So just the fact that they give it a nod and a wink, huh?
I think they're great.
Yeah, that was cool. I like that scene.
Yeah. Maybe you guys have heard of this little show, and these were a quarter a piece, so I was really happy to find this. A little Space 1999 on VHS.
Yeah.
I've never seen that.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, very cool.
Nice.
And when I picked this up, I was like, I know where I can go to show this with people who appreciate it and prove me wrong.
Yeah, I've been rewatching that on Roku.
Okay. And this one, I love my film noir, and this is one that I have not been able to attain on DVD or anything, just probably because of the area I live in and stuff. So I'm glad to finally have the big sleep, to watch.
Oh, cool.
I'm going to be setting up the VCR back up in the bedroom now that I have time. I may have already shown this. I'm not sure, but it's the Buck Rogers pop-up book. When I pulled out my next stack of stuff I'm going to show here.
Yeah.
Well, does it have Wilma popping up?
Yeah, go to the end. There's a lot of Wilma fans here.
Yeah.
That's cool, but I want to skip ahead here. I want to skip ahead here, see if I can find this Wilma. Aaron Gray. Well, we have one picture with her.
Wow. What a tease.
It's just blowing you up in.
Yeah, are there any hotter ones? And then the thing pops up. Too bad.
The very back, and it's broke. I don't know.
So that's because somebody opened it to that all the time.
We'll take Princess Ardala.
All right. So going with the BC thing.
Hey, all right.
Ranger.
Mm-hmm.
I love. Yeah, this is my favorite cover, and this is I think this is one of the better ones. I haven't read these in a while, but Life is $1.25 paperback, and I completely agree with that. It makes perfect sense. Trucking on down. We've seen that earlier.
Yeah.
Hooray for BC.
Yep.
Take a bow. I can't believe it. And I found these at a flea market. in the middle of like a mud hole, and I cannot believe that these are very close to mint. Yeah, they're very close to mint. I got them for like loneliness is rotting on a book rack. I feel sorry for my books now. What's new, BC? BC on the rocks. Yeah.
Right.
And some of these, I've read some of these, and some of these are very like 60s humor, like you would have, just very dulled now. And then all of a sudden it went real philosophical, and I thought that's where it took off, man. The big wheel. The second and third letters of the alphabet revisited, BC.
Yeah.
Back to BC. And then just to throw something out there to mix it up here, we got a little Casper.
Love the Harvey.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I'm telling you, I got some more of these in Croc and some other ones. I mean, I love these comic strip stuff. They were in my house. I got a bunch of Charlie Brown, Calvin and Hobbes. I might bring on some Far Side next time. But Wizard of Iz, I totally agree with Graphic Man. This is the funnier, but the other one's a bit smarter, if that makes any sense.
Right.
So as I'm going through the boxes here, I've been bagging and boarding and everything like that. So there's my lizard. So there's, so that's what I've been doing in the afternoon here. So I'm kind of grabbing what's around here. And I don't know if you guys remembered Boris the Bear by any chance. Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah. So this is the one with Dump Thing. This is the one where he would, they would go, Boris the Bear and Mike Richardson and Dark Horse would just kind of go after Marvel and DC and what was there. Well, this is the one where they go after Swamp Thing, Alan Moore's Swamp Thing. Basically, he's in his tree house and he dumps all his comic books outside because I think he decides they're garbage, and they all come together to make the Dump Thing. He's made out of comic books.
I remember they did a thing with Boris the Bear and the Thunder Agents, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I want you to see the awards they won. Okay, the Black Nag Awards, best use of wood grain, tallest publisher. And I pulled these out just because they're beside me. I have one or two more downstairs with a reprint series in the 70s. The DC.
Yeah, don't get me started on those flashes.
It's a party now. It's a party.
Man.
I just don't. I can't top that.
I was not expecting that.
This is why I love doing YouTube. I mean, it's the best. It's like,
cool.
You got some Bronze Age Swamp Thing just over here in the box. I got my Swamp Thing box out.
Nice.
This is what I was proud to find. And I actually found this for like, I think, $1 in an
Very
antique
nice.
shop.
Oh,
Very
wow.
nice. Yeah.
You did good,
I think that's the one I trip on the most. I found like 3 copies of that thing. That's like the only issue I can find.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they printed more because it has Batman in it. That's why this one's.
Yeah.
Watch out, Rob just snorted his coffee.
Yeah, and to me, that's like just a iconic Swamp Thing image right there. Yeah. Okay. And after Bernie issues, a few of those. Oh man, that's hilarious. And then we have this. You guys, I'll say somewhere along the line, you guys definitely know what this and stuff. These are Whitman books that came out. They're not quite comics, but they're not quite magazines. It's a cardboard stock cover, pulpy inside. And what they do is they went through novels, old sci-fi novels, pulp novels, and they made adaptions like 3 or 4 and 5 per book. They got Anne McGaffrey, Isaac Asimov, Dean Koontz, Paul Anderson, and stuff like that. But I think I might have all of them finally. I got a few doubles, so I'm kind of going through and making sure. But I absolutely love these. I don't know how they were sold back in the day, but they were 79 cents.
Yeah.
A nice round number.
Yeah, I got all of them last year, Tim. Those are cool.
Yeah, they're great. They're great series.
Yeah, I've been building it. I've been keeping an eye out for them since about the late '90s. I just don't really run across them, and when I do, they're super mildewed. So yeah.
Howler, I recently just got all 4 this year. If you want, you can get them in fine condition, about $3 each at my comic shop.
Nice, fantastic. Yeah, I think I have them all. But this is the one that bothers me, and I'm not trying to be like take us in the gutter or anything like that. But this is the one that was in my house as a kid, and I was always like, "Why is there a purple penis on that?" And when I was a kid, I wasn't ha ha and like it's all dirty and snickering. I was really offended, you know. I was like,
It's like the House of Secrets with the giant green penis monster on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go through these 2 more stacks, and I mean just a few more here and stuff, right? But the story behind these is I've got all the Alan Moore issues and everything. But last year I was in Hillsville, and there's a local guy around here, and I can't stand him because he buys up collections. He's not into comics, and he just hoards them up. And he's one of those guys that if you go through his boxes, he's actually using you because he's too lazy to go through his hundreds of boxes. And then he'll look them up on eBay, and he will not sell them to you. He'll just be like, well, thanks. And he'll, if you do that, right? So while I was at the Hillsville flea market, he had a crew going through this flea market, and he really comes off like he's too good for comics. That's my problem. It's his attitude. He doesn't care to make a buck on them. So he's walking up to the dealers and stuff, just asking if they have some high-class stuff, high-level stuff, and he doesn't want to bother them. Well, every time he was doing that last year, he was like, do you have any high-class stuff, high-level stuff? And I'm going through dollar boxes, pulling out these gems for $1. So,
oh, wow.
Yeah, $1 a piece. So when he left, the guy who was the dealer, we sort of know each other from over the years. He said that he was just waiting for somebody to go through that dollar box to find these who would appreciate him. And he was laughing because he saw me pulling them out while the guy was asking for him. This is the one that everybody thinks is the first John Constantine, and you just can't tell them any different. But these were $1 a piece. Yeah.
Constantine's number 37, isn't it?
Yeah, I've got that in. I think I've got it in here, or let me look here real quick. Yeah, here it is. Yeah. And I'll just show these 3 books from last week because I'm actually really proud of them and stuff. I've really been getting into Matt Wagner's Mage, even though this is from the 80s. This is the double-sized finale from the 80s with Sam Keith, Matt Wagner, a lot of people who would become bigger. This image, I would just see this like in comic magazines or advertisements somehow and stuff. And for some reason, it really puts me in this year, like 1985 or whatever it is and stuff when I see this. And I'm glad to say I have this shirt now. So cool. Yeah, I feel like I've made it, man. And like I said, I think I showed these last week, but I've come to enjoy, man. Lone Wolf and Cub. I didn't realize this guy had died just a few years ago that did this. Kazu Koki. I'm not even going to try to butcher it. But this guy really had an influence on Frank Miller and the rest of the books in the 80s. Now that Ronin is supposed to be getting a sequel through Frank Miller's little publishing company, it's kind of cool to, they almost have a whole set of these. Mike Plough came in and did the covers. I went through my stack of books downstairs. Turns out this is my 3rd one. I think this might be the first Plough cover. And number 16, which I didn't have this one and stuff. So, yeah. Lone Wolf and Cub, great manga series that got put out by First Comics in the late 80s and stuff with Frank Miller right behind it. And that's it.
Cool.
Right.
Yeah,
Good
awesome.
stuff.
Hey, don't forget to call her.
I'm going to in a minute here. Yeah. I'll tell you what. I'm gonna go ahead and bow out. So, Mage was enchanting with the Grendel backup story. I'm trying to find Grendel 16 that's got a Mage story in it. Was something else that had a villain as the main character in a comic before The Sopranos and Breaking Bad. There was Grendel, a great character. I had the Omnibuy coming in, Volume 1, and I pre-ordered Volume 2. They're putting them all out chronologically. I think Netflix said that there's going to be a Netflix series or something on Greenblatt or something like that. Yeah. Wonderfully tragic stories. I love Lone Wolf and Cub, man. They're kind of heavy. I can only get one at a time, and when I'm done, I'm spent. Like I read it, and I'm like totally satisfied. I can go to bed.
Cool.
Yeah. But guys, I've disrespected the wife there, so I'm gonna go kiss her butt. Thanks for everybody being on here.
Yeah, thank you.
I have a wonderful wife, so it's more my guilt, more my problem than hers. But great seeing everybody. Thanks for having me on again.
All right, Tim. I'll see you.
Good seeing you.
Everybody. Good seeing
All
you.
right, man.
Good seeing you.
Take care, sir.
And if Spinner Rack and Grottu are hanging in the back trying to be a gentleman, letting the other guy in, there's 2 spots open, so both guys could come in now if they would like. We'll run to good old Charlton 66 now.
Cool.
And then we'll follow it up with some Jambo.
All right.
We'll make
Hey, everybody. Got some books here. I did get some newer books. I went to my comic store, and I did get some. I do have a subscription for books like the reprint books, which I'm getting ready to show real quick. Source Point Press does these awesome reprint books they have this one's robots. They've got one that's sci-fi. They got one I think it's romance in there, and I'm getting them all. It's just this one first came. This one it was the first one that came out. But this one, the story, I just want to show the picture. Jack Kirby and Joe Simon. I Want to Be a Man. Look at this robot.
Oh yeah,
how cool that is, man.
Oh, yeah, that is cool.
It's awesome, but what is just reprint stories of oh man.
Jambo, he wanted to squeeze that in real quick.
So. That's a reprint.
Awesome, man.
Don't get too excited. It's a reprint.
Oh, okay. I was like, wow. But it's just got robot stories in it, reprints. Some are black and white. One thing they have in here is the movie comics, Phantom of the Creeps. They actually did the story from that. It's hard to find comic, but the story's actually in this particular book. So I got that.
That was a movie.
This one is called Sham Comics from Source Point Press, and what they do, they take Golden Age material and rewrite it for today's world, kind of. But it's pulpy. It's original art. They tell you where the stories are from. They give credit to the artist, Bozo the Robot, but they add dialogue to be more for modern times. But they got ads in there, fake ads.
Yeah, the cover was from Harvey. Is it the Harvey story in there as well?
Yeah, I don't think the Harvey story is in this.
Is that something new, Steve?
Yeah, it just came out. This is actually volume 2 of the first issue, volume 2. So I'm going to be online looking for, and this is the back. They've got sci-fi, horror, and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's called Sham Comics, and it's printed on pulp paper type of stuff as you guys saw.
Okay.
But they're pretty neat. They're all recent. You can get them from the local comic shop or go to Source Point Press, and they'll be able to help you out. And because of Eric Breen, we got my Rocketeers, Blood 1 and 2.
All right.
Great. Thanks for Eric for reminding me. I got a lot of books on comic artists, comic writers, comic history, and a lot I haven't not read yet. So I told myself once a week I'm going to break one off the shelf. So this week is the Don Heck week. If no one's read this book or have it, it's a must.
Yeah,
it's kind of weird because it's all told in interviews. I mean, there's tons of illustrations. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's a comic artist. I mean, there's tons of illustrations in this book, but it's told through interviews with Don Heck. It's not like a biographical where they say he was born in 19 whatever, blah blah blah. It's actually interviews, and you're telling his history throughout a source of a bunch of interviews. But it's a phenomenal book. I think it's still in print, right, Shannon?
Yeah.
So yeah, it's only $40. I mean, it's worth having. The guy contributes so much to Marvel history, and of course,
Yeah, that's a great book. I got it on the shelf behind me.
Yeah, it's a great book to have. Picked up the new Alter Ego, the All-Star Squadron.
Oh, nice. Get that one. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a nice wraparound cover too.
Oh wow,
it's pretty cool. New artwork by Arvell Jones and Bob McLeod.
Got to get that one.
Yeah, new back issue, which Eric pointed out to me, the Charlton thing in the back, Charlton Companion, which I'm going to buy a couple of them, do a giveaway or something. Eric got show love for Charlton and Scary Monsters. Picked this recent issue up for Scary Monsters. That's the kind of stuff I pick up new from my comic store. I'm not really with the main stuff, but on the older books, as you can see from behind me, I'm still organizing my books. Came to the horror section, so I said I'll just show some horror books. First one I'll show, they're out of order, so forgive me. It's gonna be all over the place. I'm still organizing these things. Frankenstein Monster number 8.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
And number 9.
Nice.
The Dead of Night number 4.
Nice. That's a nice copy.
And then, thank you. I love the cover. I love the moon and the werewolf and the tree and everything. It's just a really nice image. There's Dead of Night number 6. Good old Jack the Ripper trope.
Yeah.
Everyone loves that. Reminds me of the Robert Bloch story, They Call Me Jack, which Marvel adapted to one of the funny books. This is a nice Dead of Night. Great perspective on this cover.
Yeah, I know I have that one. I just can't find it for some reason.
Yeah, it's a great one. Oh, there's a Fantasy Masterpieces 1. I don't know how that snuck into there, but
oh yeah,
that's good stuff. Yeah,
those are great.
Nice copy too.
Thank you. And this is the only way I'm going to own a Fin Fang Foom because I'm not going to pay the price. I'm gonna do it.
It's the fantasy. Yeah.
I'm going to own it, which I'm happy with. I got the story, and it's cool.
I think they actually reprint that again in issue of More Monsters Dwell, Steve.
Okay. I have to look for that one. Uncanny Tales from the Grave.
Oh yeah.
Number 3.
That's nicer than mine, boy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Uncanny Tales from the Grave number 4, which is such a great cover.
Ooh.
That.
That's really cool.
Yeah, he's done. He's done. Uncanny Tales from the Grave number 5. This one is kind of a cool cover too. All these really have great covers on these Bronze Age horror books. Really, even though most of them are reprints, but it brings you in. Creatures on the Loose number 17. Micah's favorite cover. It is a great cover. Look at the spider.
You keep putting that up there like it's a bad thing.
Creatures on the Loose number 18. I'll do a couple more. We can go to somebody else.
Beautiful.
And Strange Tales 174 with the Golem, which I love that character.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah,
and one more. Strange Tales 175.
Yeah.
Cool.
Amazing adventure.
All right. Go to somebody else.
Man, those are in nice shape.
Thank you.
Hey, Spinner Rack has joined us. Good to see you, sir.
Hello, everybody.
Hey, Dave.
Hey, Dave.
Okay. Steve, what are you doing with all those Marvel books? We're going to have to call you Marvel 60s.
I found share Marvel books. I mean, in Charlton, I was a Marvel and DC guy, but then I got my wits and I said, okay, let me focus on this great company called Charlton.
Well, now we're going to run to Jambo. What do you got for us, Jambo?
All right.
Jambo coming up.
I made a trip to Peddler's Mall too, just like Shannon, and I was able to.
Oh, nice!
Get this.
Very cool.
So, I finished up my doll collection again of.
Oh, congratulations!
Silverage series. Yeah, I was really happy about that.
Very cool.
That's from the one in Lexington.
Yeah.
Yeah, I need
Yeah,
to get
some
down
great
there.
Michael Whalen art there.
Yeah, my wife used to have a booth down there.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, I got some of these. So, Paulo, I don't know where these are from. Captain Swing.
Captain Swing might be Italian, but I'm not sure that's an Italian edition. Can you read what it looks like? Okay. That's Turkish.
Is it Turkish?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense because there was some other Turkish stuff there. They were super thin, but I mean, they were just cool looking, and they were only $1. So.
Oh wow.
That's cool, man.
And he had a 1010.
Ooh. That's a cool illustration.
Same thing.
Nice. That's Tintin in the Congo, the comic that is now banned in America.
Yeah, you can see they were color inside, and yeah, they were just $1. So pretty cool. They were right in my price range, and I found this.
That's cool.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool.
Different, yeah.
Very different.
It was German, isn't it?
I'm not sure.
That was German.
Red Kit.
I think. I don't know.
Guys, I thought maybe we could.
No, it's not.
No, that's also a Turkish edition.
Yeah, that's something else.
They call him Red. They call Lucky Luke Red Kit.
Yeah, they have that in Germany too. The same.
I like the horse there. It's getting the best of him.
Yeah, the horse is smarter than Lucky Luke. It's called Jolly Jumper.
And they were pretty cool. I mean, they had some nice artwork in them. And again, it was only $1. So
can't go wrong for $1.
No. So I got a few of them. Like the vulture sitting there waiting for him to fall off that rope.
It looks like some Saturday morning cartoon stuff.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
They all had the same picture on the back of him shooting his shadow. And I think this was Turkish, I believe. So that's what made me.
Abdul Chambaz. It may be even originally Turkish. I don't recognize that art.
Yeah, you got that because it was Turkish, yeah.
It's the only reason, Shannon. That and it was $1.
Now, I believe the second reason.
There was a Turkish bathhouse in there too. So
yeah,
this was British.
Yeah, I showed that cover a couple of weeks ago when I did the Portuguese edition Disney's.
Nice,
cool.
That's good.
Yeah, that story may have been produced by the French Disney publisher.
So yeah, it was $1 also. So
I should thank it.
And I did get this. This was $4.
Wow, yeah.
Garuda and Rusty.
Yeah, I have the Brazilian edition of it.
Can't go wrong
This
with
was
that.
a hardback edition of it too, so that was pretty cool.
That's pretty awesome.
Great artwork inside.
Oh
Of course,
yeah.
you knew it would be with those two guys, right?
Oh yeah, man.
That's
They
awesome.
can draw a straight line. It's gonna be phenomenal.
Yeah. So it wasn't bad for $4.
No, not at all.
Not at all. Wow.
Interesting.
Really cool. Yeah, I was happy with that. $4. And I got this for $3.
Oh yeah.
Nice Neil Adams there.
Classic.
Yes. Yep. Very cool.
Yeah, classic.
And I'll show one more of this round. A subby there too.
Yeah. Hercules.
I just showed that on one of my videos. It's a classic cover.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's all for this round.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Very cool.
Well, we're going to run to Eric Breen, who can't wait to show what everybody else has just shown.
I have no idea what you're talking about. And Shannon, here, have another.
Oh, you get spectral recognition for that one.
And Rod, I don't want you to be feel left out. So,
Oh, there we go. Wouldn't be a Wednesday night without it.
now on to our regularly scheduled round. Yeah, since it was 1 degree away from 90 and it's not even the middle of May yet, I thought, why not break out a snow-covered Christmas cover?
Yeah.
Very good.
There you go. Think cool.
That's
Very nice.
didn't work. And a couple things that I picked up new. There's the latest issue of Vampir's Carmilla.
Oh yeah.
Right.
The latest issue of Dynamite Never Dies. Hot Zombies. This actually, I read this. This was funny as hell. This unfortunately had a nice cover.
Hello, Roger.
Hey,
Roger.
Hey, Rod.
Hey there, Mr. Metarug.
Other
A couple of things I picked up. Since I don't have I don't have a mom anymore, and I've been called a mother, usually with another word afterwards. I treat myself to some comics on Sunday.
Cool.
Yeah. Nice cover.
A couple of these been laying around for a while. I got around to reading them.
Neat. That's cool.
Who put that one out?
It was quality. It was someone told the story. It was a guy that found a bunch of plates and just ran them off and published them.
Oh wow!
Like there's one new story out of all of them. And
wow,
I've never seen that one.
James, yeah. When I was watching your video from the Distinguished Competition, I saw. Yeah, I realized that you went through some Eternals.
Nice.
And that gave me the idea to check that, and I love Annual, so picked up that.
That's a nice one.
Cool.
There you go. Cool.
And then he had just priced these. So this was 15, so I couldn't pass it.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate floating heads cover. Might be the first. I don't know.
That's a great lid right there.
And this was 7.
Wow.
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, you did good.
Was that a fine condition?
Yeah, that might be stretching it.
Okay.
But yeah, probably closer to very good.
All right.
And these, I think, this was like 5.
Wow.
Wow.
Jeepers.
And this one was 10, so I figured, well, why not?
Yeah, man.
Huh.
I liked them better when they were 1 and 2, but anyway, that's all I got for this round.
Okay.
Nice. Very cool.
I need to move to Kentucky and get a job at a comic book store.
That's what I keep thinking.
Yeah, I'm glad to get them, but I was like, why don't they come to my store?
Well, guys, I hate to cut out, but I'm gonna probably hit my pillow in just a very few minutes.
All right, Shannon.
All right, Shannon. All right.
Shannon,
All
will
right,
you be
guys.
watching? Will you be watching the rest of it later, though?
Yeah, I'll be watching the rest of it sometime later.
I'll show you the gold key spotlight you should have shown. I could have impressed everybody. But
Okay. All right, guys.
All right, man.
All right,
Take care.
Shannon.
Bye-bye.
Good to see everybody.
Take care, buddy.
So let's run to Spinner Rack and Doctor. If you have to run, I know it's getting your time to turn in too, and I'm worried about Captain there. His recent illness.
I'm all right. I'm still okay.
Hey, hon.
I figure I'll sit through Dave, see what great stuff he's got to show, and then I got one more stack here to show, and then I'll bow out. How's that?
Okay. Well, I think we talked off the air last time that maybe I'd try a little something different here. My beautiful wife is coming up. Her name is Yvonne. She goes by YV. She's going to pick the camera up, and I'm going to spin the gold key rack, and we're going to kind of see what's on it. And then, Micah, when you tell me what row you want to see, we'll just pull all the books off and take a look at them. How's that sound?
All right.
All right. Good.
Now remember, no wagering while we're doing this, folks.
All right, so Vanna, if you could, please get the the header there.
Okay, ready?
Up with the header here.
Sorry.
Move. Just can you move in a little like that? There you go. All right, so this rack is probably from the '60s, and it's a pretty rare rack. I think you rarely see it. And the header is round, as you're going to see. Gold Key Comics. It's got a lot of black. So like a comic book that's got black, it would really show the markings and what have you. But this one's in really good condition. And as you can see, as you spin it, it's got Fred Flintstone and Bugs Bunny, all kinds of characters there. But anyway, all right. So I think we're going to start. And Micah, you kind of pay attention. We'll go down each side real quick, or relatively quick. And so that's side one. We have Vader's at the top. When we spin it.
But I'm going to pick at random. I'm not going to necessarily go to something I want to see.
Just whatever side you want to pick.
All right.
So it has 5 sides. So there's side 2. Here we come to side 3.
All right.
So you guys think like you're in a 7-Eleven, 10 years old. Your mom just drove you down there. You got 50 cents in your pocket. She gave you. Except I'm afraid I'm not going to sell you any of these comic books for 50 cents. Yeah, so here you are at the 7-Eleven, and boy, you're just trying to.
Man, killer books.
And even though it's 1968, they got all these cool things called Mylars, backing boards.
Yeah, not bad.
All right, so I think that's all sides of it. Micah, was there a side that you?
Side 5, row 4.
This side here?
Oh, is that 5? Cool.
Yeah. You want this side?
Yeah, row 4.
Well, no, I'm going to pull them all off.
Oh, okay. Cool.
So I'll pull all of them off this side, and we'll see what's on it. All right, go ahead and put the camera back on the thing. If you know how.
Sorry.
I can do it.
Sorry, guys. All right, I'm going back down.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Let's see now if I can figure out how to get back on. I think it got collapsed on itself. Hold on, guys.
You got your take your lessons from Grottu Orloff?
Yes, he's doing this.
Lessons.
Yeah, it got kind of wonky on me. Okay.
Mike was thinking he won a contest.
All right, here we go. Submariner. Now, some of these I think you guys already saw maybe at one point in time, but this is issue number 14.
Beautiful.
So that would probably be in the right time period there. Micah will like this one.
Oh, yeah.
This is issue 1961 from 68.
Very cool.
Okay, and here's one of the Action Comic annuals, or not annual, 373, issue 373.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Looking good.
So you can see what I do is I try to put a kind of a assortment of comic books on the rack. And I actually will come upstairs, especially after dinner, and just kind of leaf through them.
The Gun Hawks. Awesome.
Let's see. Here's Avengers 75.
Oh, that's cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
You guys had a cool perspective on that one.
Yes.
Yep.
Very cool.
Submariner number 8.
Great cover.
And a nice looking copy, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's got some spine ticks, but overall it's pretty good.
A good black Sharpie will take care of that.
Okay, Daredevil 41.
Going.
Yeah, Jackson. Well, that's what Mylars are for. Okay, here we've got Superman's girlfriend, Lois Lane, 95.
Brand new.
Another nice square bound.
Yeah.
Love those.
Yeah, but no go-go, Jackson. Amazing Spider-Man 72 with the Shocker.
I love that lid right there. That is cool.
Nice.
Strange Tales 161.
Fantastic cover. Yeah.
And Micah, that's probably half the stack. Do you want to go on to somebody else, and I'll show the remainder later?
Sure. We'll need to move real quick. I only showed some paperback. I wanted you guys to see my 1950 Black Diamond Western. This is number 19, June 1950.
Oh, very nice.
Charles Hero, Lev Gleason, and it's got a bit of a spine roll, but I don't mind. Number 35.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
All right. And for time, we need to run to Dr. Silverage. Hang in there, Grottu.
Sure.
All right. Well, we'll run through. I picked out some X-Men to show.
Oh, cool.
And, so we're going to start off with some of their king size. We got king size number 1.
Very nice.
Love the 25-cent
great.
square bound, baby. Here's number 2, king size.
Wow. That's nice.
And then we jump to the giant size, which is 1975. And, of course, everybody knows this one. And this is my actual off-the-rack copy right here.
Really?
Wow. Well done. Very cool.
Yeah. So, and then the seldom seen giant size number 2.
Nice.
With up the nose.
Can't quite place the artist.
Just a great one.
And we got a couple of cameos here by the X-Men. We got Power Man Iron Fist number 57.
Oh, yeah.
And then I got another cameo here, Iron Fist number 15.
Oh, yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Great taco cover.
And we got little Kazar. They're trying to get Kazar here in number 10.
Yeah, Jack Kirby's second attempt at that cover.
Yeah, and the worst Kazar dialogue ever.
Yeah. And we got number 9 going up against the Avengers.
Mm-hmm.
And we got the guy, I hope they never spell his name wrong. 8.
That's a great story.
Too many things could go wrong there.
Yeah.
And we got number 7 with the return of the Blob.
Yeah.
Beware of the Blob.
We got Stubby visiting in number 6. And we got the Angel is trapped in number 5.
Wow, a lot going on there.
And then number 4 with the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
First Wanda.
And then number 3 with the Blob again.
Man.
Yeah, be a lame character though, the Blob, you know. Don't you think so?
He just says it's the Blob.
Oh, is it the Blob or is it the Vanisher? Who is
I like
lamer?
the Vanisher, though. I like the Vanisher. I like how he looks. So hokey, but he's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then lastly,
Oh, wow. Look at that.
and I still have it. It's inside. It's still in the Mylar that I bought it in the mid '80s, and it still has the price on it.
Wow.
That was in the mid '80s.
That's something.
That was a good investment, Rod.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I was very lucky, man.
Rod, I'll offer you triple that.
So that's it for me for another week. Always great to be here with you guys. I look forward to Wednesday nights, man. Have a lot of fun.
Well, fantastic.
Great stuff, man.
All right,
And
I'm
go
out of
see you
here.
then.
So short, though.
See you later, Rod.
See you next
We'll
week,
catch
Rod.
you guys next week.
All right, buddy.
Take care, buddy.
Take care.
Well, Grottu, let's go to you real quick, and then we probably need to hit Paulo, unless Paulo needs to bow out real quick.
No. I want to see Grottu, especially because I want to ask you something. I saw that you posted a cover of Zaccarella on your Instagram.
Yeah, I didn't know that was Portuguese. I've been admiring that magazine. I guess it's a reprint of Warren stuff.
No, it's completely original stories.
Okay.
The artist is a very famous Portuguese painter of the 60s and 70s.
Because I was looking on eBay after you told me that, and I saw they must have some Warren stuff because there was a Cousin Erie was in one of the stories, but Zaccarella must be original.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I went to a store today, 2 hours away, and I had heard that it's the best record store in the world. From I guess the rockabilly guy Deke Dickerson put a video up, and I saw other videos of the place up. It's called Canesville Collectibles in Council Bluffs, Iowa. So I drove over there and spent too much money, but I filmed it. And one of the videos I put up, and it had music playing in the background, so I was afraid it wouldn't go up. So the owner came in, he said, well, I'll just turn off the music. So I went outside and filmed another tour. So that video will probably pop up any minute. Anyway, they have comics, they have records stacked to the ceiling and all kinds of stuff there. So I'm going to show some of that. And yeah, it's been a while. The move, all the last of the stuff was brought the Friday before last, and I've been unpacking, and then I start realizing, wait, where's this book? And then I realized, oh, this book's missing, and then that book was right next to this book on I remember the shelf. So that means that there's a couple of boxes that just didn't get here. And it's like all the Stan Lee 70s books, Origins of Marvel Comics, Spring, those aren't here. And then there was all the, what were the DC, what do they call them? Archive editions, all the Legion of Superheroes. That's about this many books. They're not there. So anyway, I called, there's about $10,000 insurance. So I'm going to have to fill out that form. I don't see the 3-sheet to Reptilicus, or I Was a Teenager, Zombies of the Stratosphere. I don't know if those can even be replaced, or I can't get a comparable on eBay because the only things they have on eBay of Reptilicus are $100 reprints.
Yeah.
So anyway, maybe I can get some of the insurance because
that's horrible.
I'm sorry, I don't want to curse on this channel, but there were model kits dumped into boxes by these professional packers, upside down. The Munsters living room, just all. I can't find any Munster.
Bad.
The 60s Pebbles Flintstone doll is gone. And then I'm unpacking everything. A lot of it was packed very nicely by my mother-in-law, but it's like you think, okay, Mego action figures, and she writes delicate dolls or plastic dolls. It's like it really puts it into perspective the way a normal person sees the shit that we collect. Anyway, the stuff that we collect. Sorry about the language. Okay. Dog's licking everything. It's like pink flamingos in here. Well, I got a Love Diary. Couple of people. Just the reference. There's the Love Diary number 71. Oh, this is cool. Look at this Casper. But look at the ad on. I've never seen an ad on the back where they actually show you what they really do look like. They actually were honest this time. And instead of like, what is it? Russ Heath did all those illustrations. They show you, they really are just little flat, tiny things. So have you ever seen that ad?
Yeah.
It's like they're honest to the Harvey people. Anyway, I'll show this stuff in my channel, I guess, and you can see me discovering it in the wild and on that on my channel here in a little bit. Here's Secret Romance number something. Anyway, yeah, I wasn't able to get on because I made my office downstairs and the internet wasn't working. So I had the internet people out, and now I was just trying to get on, and I realized because he came back out and he said there's metal ceilings downstairs that are keeping the internet signal from getting. So I just moved this computer upstairs, and now I'm able to get on. So I just had to bend the technology. Here's little monsters I didn't have.
Nice.
This store, you will not believe the store. It's just like you've got a normal record store, and then you've got stacks of records this high on top of the records. You have to move the records, or you have to move all kinds of stuff to see what's beneath. There's the little dot land. Let's see. Oh, look at this face. That's kind of a terrifying face. I love purple covers, and it's got a dinosaur, so it's almost like a DC. Okay. I don't know if I'm going on too long. Just cut me off.
No, fine.
Here's Creepy. I don't think I have.
Nice.
See, there's one video online where these two guys that are in there, probably about 30-year-old guys, go to this store called Canesville Collectibles. But when they get there, they say, we won't tell you where this place is because it's a secret. Although anyone could look that up, they could Google Canesville Collectibles. But anyway, they're in there looking for VHS slasher movies. And then they're looking for Fangoria. And I remember, and it's 2 years ago, right before the pandemic, and they're going through the Fangorias, and I see right next to it, there's a Famous Monsters section. And I'm thinking, oh my God. So I wanted to go there and see were those still there, and they were underneath all this stuff. And then the other one was Dickerson, who's a somewhat famous musician, went there and proclaimed it the best record store he'd ever been in.
I think he meant colonoscopy.
What?
I think this guy meant colonoscopy.
Oh, I thought you meant Dickerson. Where's an issue of Star Trek I got? I didn't see that someone had done a number on Spock's eyes, but it kind of improves, makes the cover from a distance look more menacing. Like, sometimes kids improve covers. Here's hot rods and racing cars.
Nice.
So you can kind of date that around 66 because of the sound effects being so prominent. Here's a Jetsons. Yeah, and this guy he's just like Dell, the Gold Key, Charlton, he had boxes labeled. And it's like, and the store has been there since the 70s. Look at that, the little, what is that, Pisces, the twins, just smiling. Insanity. This is the one that I spent the most on, and the dog's about to eat, just licking it. God damn. I'd never seen this in my life. You probably all have it.
Hey, there's four. Yeah.
Do you have
I
this?
didn't have before.
What is this worth? Because I didn't even look it up. I just bought it unquestioningly, and he gave me a discount. But
to me, it's always been in like the novelty group because being Thor. But
yeah. Well, I probably spent too much on it. I realize now that when I was a kid and I was reading supernatural thrillers, and it was the living Colossus, that he was a character that had existed before. I wasn't reading his debut. So I guess he made enough of a splash in this reprint comic that they gave him a new story. Sorry, the dog is wanting to lick these new books, and like Divine. Was that Divine, or was that and her son that were licking everything?
I think so.
Leave it alone. Hold on a second. God. Okay. Just wanted to lick everything, man. Okay. Here's Chamber of Darkness, which I think you guys showed a couple of weeks ago. So living here is like a time warp. Everything is like the 1950s. We went into I probably shouldn't say this. We went in a barbecue restaurant, and this waitress realized we were new, and she says, "I'm sorry you moved here." It was like a Stephen King. Everyone in this town is evil. I believe March, and they says, you haven't seen anyone else my color. She was a very beautiful high school, part African American, and she said, "You haven't seen anyone else my color, and you won't see anyone except my parents. And so I can't wait till I'm 18. I'm going to move away from here." Everyone's evil. And everyone's conservative. But anyway, you turn on the radio and there's like nothing. Everything sounds like that probe droid at the beginning of Empire Strikes Back. And then you'll get like nothing. Everything is music from the early 80s. Or the most recent thing I heard was like Nirvana. It's like nothing in the last 30 years even exists here, which is kind of wonderful. But this girl, we looked up her Facebook page, and there she is smiling next to like the quarterback of the football team. So I don't know how hated she's been. She's So it's anyway, but not knowing what's missing is because I don't know until I think about it. Well, where's this book? And it's just that drives, as you can imagine, drives you crazy because I never really know what did. Because you have all your boxes put in this big cage, right? And then they lock it, and you keep the lock. But 3 of the locks I had to go to the hardware store and get the locks cut off. So they switched the locks out. So I don't know what they were. And it's like because okay, so that those 70s nostalgia books, there was one of Superman, one of Batman, one of Wonder Woman. Those aren't there. I don't have the Michael Fleischer Batman Encyclopedia. I think those are pretty high dollar books. Anyway, it's just driving me crazy. But then, I complain. Who am I going to complain to? My wife, who lost just about everything twice. Complain to my mother-in-law, who's had a flood, a hurricane and a flood, 6 foot of water in her house, had to be taken away in a canoe. And I'm supposed to complain. I think I've lost 2 shelves of books. And it's like, oh yeah, I lost everything. But, so I don't have anyone to complain to except you guys, and you guys will understand.
Oh, yeah.
But because you just don't know what's. Oh, and here's they had a lot of weird. This, I think, used to be all over Half Price Books, these Doc Savage.
Yeah.
But there were some other ones that were very odd looking, like almost like bootleg Doc Savage ones that were that were interesting looking, but I couldn't buy everything, though I wanted to. I got a few more things.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
And I just realized the dog's back in here because there's 2 doors to this room. I'm going too long because I haven't talked to anyone but my wife in like weeks. So if you want to go to someone else, I got stuff I can show you here in a little bit.
All right. Yeah, Micah, let me admit Grottu into the fraternity real quick.
Been Breen.
Oh, you do that every week.
And Paulo has put this out there for me, and he's ready to go real quick.
Yeah, so let's go with the Perez retrospective.
I gotta take off, man. I'm getting really fatigued and tired, so I'm gonna take off, and I'll be back next week.
All right.
Okay. Take care.
Take care, Hans.
See you, Cap.
Bye, Hans.
Take care, buddy. All right, bye.
Here's the culprit.
There we go.
All right.
So
the New Teen Titans for a while was the only place where you could get George Perez art. Although this phase was pretty interesting to me because there's a lot of superhero action, but there's a lot of interesting drama. The Deathstroke's not quite evil anymore. People are still kind of bummed about Tara dying, Cole dying. Malcolm and Bumblebee are out of it, and Raven quits the Titans. Corey quits the Titans because she's getting married. Then Dick gets annoyed with Donna, and then King Faraday shows up one day. Needs to hire the Titans to provide security for something. Donna doesn't know what to do, and gets all the original members plus Jason Todd. Yeah, and it was the first time. This story was the first time that I actually saw Roy Harper and Hawk, because I was not familiar with them. Aqualetta had already showed up in once, and this is the storyline. This is the storyline where Cheshire reveals that that Speedy is the father of their daughter. So yeah, always an interesting book to read, and even though the stories inside have Hart by Eduardo Barreto instead of George Perez, but those kept the Titans were still the best DC title for a while at the Brazilian publisher. Here's another one of those. Yeah, another one of those painted covers. This issue number 43. George Perez gets back on the monthly grind, and the Brazilian edition of the New Teen Titans now has 84 pages instead of 68. They were running. They were running the Flash as backups, but they changed the lineup a little around this time. DC 2000 number 2, one of the few with Wonder Woman covers. The Editora Abril used very few Wonder Woman covers by Perez. At DC 2000, they'd rather have Checkmate or Animal Man. There are a lot of Animal Man covers in here. I prefer the Checkmate ones. I love Checkmate, but this one was pretty good. So a rare opportunity to see Wonder Woman on the cover at the time. I guess that's kind of the reason why I don't really care about Wonder Woman as a solo character, is because Editora Abril didn't really care about Wonder Woman as a solo character. Another one of those dark covers featuring lots of faces. The Wield Beasts were revealed to be a criminal organization, not just one guy around this time. And back to Marvel, the cover to in the Infinity Gauntlet. They published the Infinity Gauntlet as a 3-issue mini. Each issue had 2 of the original US stories. And of course, George Perez drew the first 3 issues before having to stop and letting Ron Lim draw the rest of the story. Another Perez product for Marvel at the time, Hulk Future Imperfect. This came out as a 2-issue mini in US format. So in the regular format, what that meant, of course, is this was a prestige format in the US. The Brazilians published it as a magazine, but the larger size was just for what they considered the deluxe editions. Yep.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. So by this time, I was no longer reading the Brazilian editions. There were some changes with Editora Abril. Marvel would not allow them to use the small format. They had to reboot a few series, but they took advantage and put the Avengers front and center at the time, and relaunched Grandes Heróis Marvel. The same thing happened in Portugal. We had a new publisher because we didn't have access to the Brazilian editions anymore, and they put this one out as a special edition, and then they launched our own version of Grandes Heróis Marvel, which did not last long.
Captain America's right leg is very disturbing. What the heck?
No, it's the perspective, because the rest of the leg is obscured by the angle of the knee.
No, the right. I mean, his right leg.
The right leg.
On
yeah.
our left. Is very
yes. Right. So yeah, those muscles are. It's like he's having a stroke.
Yeah.
Here's another one from the series. So they put out other Marvel comics in this magazine. So the Avengers weren't always on the cover. There was Captain America on the cover, Iron Man, and Thor. And the Brazilian edition of the JLA Avengers crossover. By this time, Editora Abril was no longer allowed to publish comics. In the meantime, they went out of business, not because of the comics, but because of other things. The comics were just a small part of their entire lineup of magazines. So these were published by Panini, who have the rights to publish Marvel comics outside North America. And for a while, they had the rights to Marvel and DC in several markets. So making sure that they published JLA Avengers was easy. By now, we're going to the reprints. Reprints were few and far between before the year 2000, but now they're taking advantage that Marvel and DC had all of this material available for them to print. Was one of those series from Panini, Volume 2 of DC Classics, and featuring the first meeting between the New Teen Titans and Trigon. Here's Infinity Crisis being published as a regular miniseries. And another of the reprint series, DC Library, featuring Wonder Woman. So now they had the opportunity to put Wonder Woman on the cover. Once more, New Titans, Judas Contract, always a favorite. Even Editorial reprinted Judas Contract a number of times. But everybody wants to, even new readers want to have a copy, because old readers tell them, oh, you got to read the Wolfman Perez Titans, and the best storyline of all was the Judas Contract. The Brave and the Bold, the Lords of Luck. An interesting storyline, modern. When they brought back the Brave and the Bold, and Perez drew all of these issues. Special edition reprinting part of the Busiek Perez run on the Avengers. Ultron Unlimited, the best storyline from that period. The Infinity Gauntlet trade paperback from Panini. Actually, that's the first time that the Brazilians saw this cover, because they had used the cover for number 3 on number 1. And we are done. Okay, so this is it.
Cool.
Very nice stuff.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So hopefully I'm done with the tributes. I want to see if I have the opportunity to show off a Portuguese the Portuguese Alex Raymond next week.
Ooh,
that'll be good.
That sounds very cool.
Yeah. I want to show off a French a series he did for the French market, so that'll be interesting.
Okay.
All right, so since now it's 3 a.m, I am going to bed.
All right. Thanks, Paulo.
See you next week, guys.
See you, Paulo.
That has been our foreign correspondent, so be sure to check him out next week at this same time. We appreciate him staying up so late. We've been jam-packed with fossils tonight, so thank you all for being so patient. Does anybody need to go first or next right away? Or
No, I'm good to go.
Steve, we'll go right to you then.
All right. Okay, continuing with the horror motif that I've decided to pick out tonight. Strange Tales 176. Gold, once again. These are out of order, and I do apologize. A lovely Breen cover on 177 of Strange Tales. Good stuff there. I always love a mummy or pyramid motif, and this is just really cool. The Wall of Evil number 19. That's just a dynamic cover. Number 5, the Supernatural Thrillers, The Living Mummy.
Cool.
Revenge of the
That's
Monster.
great. That's a great cover.
It is. I love it. All these mummy covers are really fantastic. We got number 7, the Supernatural Thrillers. I don't think again, these are out of order, so maybe 6 is floating around in there somewhere. There's number 8. I love that one.
Yeah, it's a good one too.
Yeah. Swatting that guy away. This one is just really cool. It's a Gil Kane cover, but I'm sure Micah will even attest. This is pretty.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Intense cover.
That's where the upturned nose comes in handy.
Supernatural Thrillers number 10. This is just really cool. The machine gun shows a machine gun going through him, a blast going right through him through the back, which is very cool. Nice little detail. This is a great one. They're all great. I keep saying it. It's a Brunner cover. He's on fire on this one, which is depicted really well. And he's getting blasted again on number 12. This is kind of a beater copy, but it's a nice placeholder there.
Yeah.
Number 14. Supernatural thrillers.
Cool.
Supernatural thrillers. Number 15. Look at that guy at the bottom, Micah. Look.
This has been a tribute to Gil Kane.
Oh my God, it is.
Soak it in.
Micah, you should use your computer skills to put some boogers in some of these notes and some hair.
Classic. Right now, we can go to somebody else. It's getting late.
All right. Before we go to Jambo, I'll show the, in case Shannon still may be watching, this is the gold key spotlight they should have showed. So,
wow. Cracky.
Spotlight did everything. So,
that's pretty neat.
All right, Jambo.
All right. I went to a shop today and I bought a bunch of stuff out of the dollar bin. So, just got some of that, some Bob Layton, Iron Man stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's great.
And
That's the one Ant-Man goes into his armor, isn't it?
yeah, it had been $2.50. They threw it in the dollar bin. So,
That's wild. Yeah.
haven't even rebagged anything yet, but they had a pretty good little run of it.
That's cool.
I mean, you got a couple of spine ticks and stuff, but I mean,
That one was on the rack when I met Bob Layton for the first time.
oh, really?
Yeah, it was on the rack. Very cool. Oh, yeah. Classic stuff. Mm-hmm.
And Miranda's gonna be sorry she missed this round.
I know it. Yeah.
No nose armor though, so
All right. Not with Bob Layton, man. He's
Now
Iron Man artist. He was Iron Man artist.
I'm picturing Gil Kane in the nose armor.
we can finally see what Tony Stark was thinking then, though, right?
Yeah, right.
That was a good cover.
Yeah, that's a great one.
Whiplash.
It's weird how they used to throw the word Holocaust around before it was solidified as meaning only one thing.
Mm-hmm.
How are those dollar bucks?
A couple of these.
That's a good issue.
Yeah, when I took them up front to pay for them, the guy was like, "These were in the dollar bin?" I was like, "Yeah." Thanks.
Yeah, really.
I like her personalized license plate. I'm sure that is far too cool for them to do on the TV show.
Yeah.
I'm so disappointed with what's going on with Marvel Studios. Jambo, you saw Doctor Strange? What's your verdict?
I did see it.
What is your verdict? I haven't seen it yet.
It could have been better. It was not terrible, but I mean, you could tell that. Yeah.
Well, it had been messed with because they went back and did massive reshoots, from what I understand.
Yeah, you could tell the PC police had got in there and worked their magic and stuff. I mean,
right.
It could have been a lot better.
Yeah, the male superheroes get killed first, and in order,
and they're also not as strong as the female characters and stuff.
I don't want to ruin the movie. I haven't even seen it, but it's already been ruined for me. But I just so.
Don't watch YouTube.
Yeah, well, I won't see the movie until it comes to this little theater that only shows movies 3 times a week, and they're showing Bad Boys. This whatever that is. I think Doctor Strange will be next week.
That's a good cover.
Yeah. I mean, it's worth seeing and stuff. I mean, I guess if you're wanting to go to a movie, but I mean, because it has a lot of stuff in it. But
I mean, Doctor Strange.
he was always one of my favorite characters, you know. And then the Cumberbatch guy does a pretty good job with him.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
and Sam Raimi, it's just when you figure how can this go wrong, and then they put in America Chavez, and they have do everything they can to emasculate Doctor Strange and put him in the background. And then I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody, but then they immediately introduce and kill off two of the greatest Jack Kirby creations. Which I need to shut up.
Yeah, that part of it was kind of shocking, but yeah, I know what you're saying.
Well, because they've introduced that character as part of some other reality, so now they can make him some transgender something or other when the movie is actually introduced. Never mind.
We'll go to Spinner real quick
and
okay. Finish his spinner rack that he was showing us.
All right, so the second half of the books that were on that side that Micah picked out. Daredevil issue number
9. Yeah,
that's beautiful. Great cover.
Yeah, that's a great clean cover. Whites are white.
Mm-hmm. Cap 138.
Oh, sweet.
X-Men 32. Rod was showing some X-Men. Unfortunately, mine aren't quite as old as his.
Are these Colorado books or ones you had shipped from somewhere else?
Grottu, they may have come out of some of my early collecting at Mile High.
Yeah.
And, I was buying out of the Buyer's Guide, Alan Light's Buyer's Guide back in the early 80s books. And I think it was from a store called JNS Comics or something like that out of New Jersey at the time.
Yeah, what I'm wondering is they're so beautiful. I just figured Colorado must be the best place to preserve
a lot of
comics.
them probably did. I think this is the one that I cracked the CGC case on. I did a video about a month ago.
Wasn't the Promise collection in Colorado?
No, I don't think so.
That was the Mahi collection. Edgar Church.
Oh, okay.
Or the,
yeah.
That's what I'm thinking about.
There's the label.
I wish everyone would do that.
Challengers of the Unknown. This is starting to get dark in here. 29, I think. You know how fossil eyes are. When it gets dark.
Oh, those are great.
There you go.
Yeah, aren't those fun covers?
Nice cover, yeah.
Okay, and then Superman's pal, Jimmy Olsen. This is issue 107.
Poor Stoops.
Cap 100 when he got out of Tales.
Wow.
He broke out of jail, got out of Tales of Suspense, and got his own book.
That's a nice copy.
And then Lois Lane. This is issue 93, and Wonder Woman doing mean things, and Superman just egging her on there. Love that 70s style art there. Yes. Look at those bell-bottom style pants.
Mm-hmm.
This is Strange Tales 153.
Very cool.
Yeah, I always like the colors, and then that kind of that spaceship-looking craft that he's in there. Daredevil number 7. This is the issue where he does his costume change to the red costume.
That's my favorite Daredevil cover right there.
Yeah, that's a great one.
I love the MMMS ad.
And then finally, the last book on that side of the spinner rack is FF81.
Oh, that's a beautiful cover, man. Wow.
So these are the kind of things that I keep on this particular rack. They tend to be the older 60 Marvel stuff or DC.
Do you ever try to put all 1 month into the spinner rack like it would have looked in that month of that year?
No, I've never done that, Grottu.
I've always wanted to do that. You know, like you take your birth month, but you've got to, go back 2 months because those books, like if you're born in April, those books would not have been on the shelf in that month. You would have to, or would you go? Yeah, you'd go back 2 months. Oh,
Hey,
yeah.
there it is.
Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
There you go. Breen.
with authority.
Yeah, really.
Did you still have more spinner?
What's that?
Did you still have more?
No, that was it from that side.
All right. We'll go to Eric and we'll finish with Grottu.
Okay.
How do I follow that?
I know, right?
I just put my poor man's little fighting Air Force.
Yay! Great. That's a cool cover.
Yes.
Ooh, nice.
Well, that's awesome.
Number
Yeah, it is.
27. Beat to death Hulk. So these are truly random.
Yeah, that's a good issue.
John Carter in there.
Nice.
Never read them when I had them all. Now I read them, and actually, I missed the boat on that.
Yeah, right.
What number was that Hulk?
176.
Oh.
Marvel superheroes. That and that Marvel triple action, those were sitting next to the Fantastic Fours I bought the other day. So I said I didn't even have to go into the racks. So, Mystery in Space.
Oh, I like that.
Nice.
It's kind of a feminine pose.
Well, that was just getting ready for the Tom King version.
I don't know anything about that.
Spider-Woman number 7.
Hey, Eric.
Yours is nicer. Super Team Family.
Cool.
That was a great book.
Man.
Swing with Scooter. Thor.
Oh yeah, Mangog.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, someone cut part of one of the pages out of it.
Oh, that's too bad, man.
There's Yang. This lady turns on him 3 times in this issue.
Damn.
I'm guessing Yang's not the smartest hero in the Charlton stable. And
Crisis.
in honor of George, couple of Crisis series number 5 and number 12.
Ooh.
And that's all I got.
All right. Jambo, did I skip you or?
No, I
Okay. All right, Grottu, here's your big finish.
Okay. All right. I got this this Overstreet for $3 because I never got this one. It's hard.
Oh wow.
Nice.
What year was that from?
What's that?
What year was that from, Grottu? That Overstreet? I don't think I have that one either.
The 30th edition, 2000.
Oh, I should then. Okay.
May have been 2 covers or something.
Yeah.
I don't think I have this. I'm not sure why I don't. I'm pretty sure I don't have it, but it's a great cover.
Awesome cover.
I realize I've got to find, I guess I'm going to have to, for the very rare occurrence when there are new books that come out that I'm interested in, like I got the first issue of that Hulk retrospective from that came out about a month ago, and now there's a second one. I didn't even look at the first one because I just immediately put in a box to move. And so, I've got to find Des Moines is like an hour and a half away, but I looked at one of the stores in Des Moines, and the owners are like, have those millennial smiles. Do you know where they go? It's like, I don't know if I want to go in that store. And I'm sure they're like Pokemon stores. I got to find maybe I can use maybe Eric, I could use your store or Gotham City Comics as one of the ones that are on here because like you were talking about Vampirus Carmilla. I guess a new issue came out.
Yeah, we didn't get it. I got it from the other store.
Oh, okay.
We're having trouble with magazines and a lot lately.
Oh, really? Well, I don't think I have the first Rook. I probably do.
That's the first Rook, his first appearance.
That is his first appearance?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, they had 2 copies of that. And then let's see what else. Man, I went for a whole week tearing everything apart trying to find all my Castle of Frankensteins, and it turned out they were in a box mislabeled. I thought I was going to have to rebuy the entire run of Castle of Frankenstein.
Oh, that would have been horrible.
That and all my Psychotronic magazines, those turned up, but a bunch of books I know are not here. And then I was just thinking, I have a John Carter omnibus. I think I have that, but it's starting to just make me paranoid. But I did find another Castle of Frankenstein too, so I got it again, almost like I did lose it. Got the Famous Monsters 64 yearbook. And then, it's like you see covers so many times, you don't know if you have it anymore. And this morning I tried to go through my Famous Monsters and try to memorize the ones I had because I knew I was going to encounter 60s ones possibly. But, I got some things like this.
Oh, nice. Maryland cover.
He had just gotten like a whole bunch of, someone brought in about 6 boxes of these movie magazines, and a lot of them have Elizabeth Taylor or Marilyn Monroe. Here's one with Connie Francis. It's just, I just go more back into the past because I'm continually disappointed. I remember about a year ago, I was excited. There's a Moon Knight series. It's just unwatchable almost. And then, it's like everything that comes out that I'm looking forward to just turns to be a big turd. So I have to entertain myself watching, Johnny Depp trials and stuff. Got a bunch of covers with Janet Leigh. Last week's show, I wasn't able to come on because that's my wife's birthday, May 4th. But all these idiots just like, oh, it's Star Wars Day because May the 4th. Anyone that was around then knows that Star Wars, I guess they think it came out on May the 4th in 77. I'm pretty sure on the 27th. That should be Star Wars Day. But it's like, if you had told me when that movie came out and I was 12 at the end of 6th grade that someday there'll be Star Wars movies and TV shows and you won't care a bit. In fact, you'll hate them. I would say that's just ridiculous. And it happened. And then there'll be your favorite members of like the Fantastic Four and Black Bolt. They'll be in movies and you'll be mad about it. I wouldn't have believed that either.
Yep.
Elizabeth, you'll be really mad about it. And it'll look just like Jack Kirby drew him, but they'll kill him in 5 freaking seconds. I get really mad at this shit. It's all Disney, and it's like we're constantly barraged with propaganda everywhere. Every single commercial, men are made to look stupid and cuckolded, and I'm about to have, what was the guy's name in Network? the newscaster. I'm about to go that way on my next episode, possibly. Anyway, I'm just about to frickin' lose it. Sick and tired of this.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! What was that one? The Bullwinkle.
What did I do? Oh, sorry. Just starting to. It's Bullwinkle and a baby for Elvis.
That's cool.
These covers were so beautiful. These ads for Breck.
Breck Girl, yeah.
And of course, you know the Frank Frazetta did the parody for with the Ringo Starr on it. But anyway, speaking of Star Wars, I was setting up something actually. I have the first Star Wars collectible here, not this one. I'm just showing you a lot of Cleopatra stuff because that people thought that was going to be the biggest movie in the world, and it turned out to be a bomb. And my wife's name is Cleopatra or Cleo, so I got some of these. And then, you know, I was getting this is like a $2. I got this for $2 with 10% discount. Oh yeah, here's the first Star Wars collectible, probably. It says Carrie Fisher and friends, or she is with her parents. So anyway, so may the 4th be with you. And Lando is bisexual, and I'm glad I'm in the 19. I walk down the street and I see the window. It says Master Charge on the window, and I'm thinking, that's great. It's still 1974 here. They still have the Master Charge instead of MasterCard sticker on the window. That's fantastic. That may be it. Oh no, I got some records because it's mainly a record store. Oh, it's so cool. The tape, I have limited memory on my phone because I've got about 40 million photographs on my phone. I need to get off of there. But the video cuts out, but there's the main floor in this place that has records and comics. And then you go upstairs and it's just insane. That's on the video. But if you go down to the basement, which you can only go by personal invitation, it's all 78 RPM records, but it's an old 70s bar that has shag carpeting on the walls and weird patterns, wallpaper, and it's just filled with 78 RPM records. They had to close the place down because they were serving underage, minors. I got this for $1. But anyway, most of what I got, I had to move giant stack of records this high that was on top of the radio section, the old time radio. Because in the 70s they had some of these I'd never seen come out.
That's cool.
But in the 70s there was a huge nostalgia push for the 30s and 40s, which just reminded me of the books that came out in the 70s that I can't find that were part of that nostalgia move, like those Wonder Woman, Superman, Batman. Anyway, so now all these albums came out with, of course, I'm sure all of this is on YouTube. You just type in OTR, old time radio. That's someone was a real collector had this one. The ones that say George Garabedian and are from this company called Mark 56. They have beautiful covers. But some real collector had this. He wrote the name of the episode and the air date on there.
That's cool.
So at some point in the 70s, one of us or our forefathers had that. This is a Huckleberry Hound with Uncle Remus, reading Uncle Remus, but it's from that early 80s Fantastic World of Hanna-Barbera where they ran Fantastic Four cartoons. This is a kid's record with a cover of Alley Oop, and I'm sure the other songs are fun to listen to, but I just like the artwork. And then I asked him if he had like a section of kind of 50s girly kind of covers, exotica. And he says, oh yeah, we have a cheesecake section. So I got this from the cheesecake section. And this is the last thing. It's a children's record, The Lone Ranger.
Great.
Songs of the Old West.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. I'd like to see Joe Biden or his son read the Lone Ranger Creed. What was it? Or the Doc Savages, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Have to read that, you know, and they would turn into dust like a vampire. They had to be a good person or something. Anyway, not to be political or anything, because I love them. I love Biden. He's such a sweet old man. He's so sweet man.
It's not a hyperbole.
It's not coincidental at all that suddenly there's a baby formula shortage right when Roe versus Wade is in question. That's the coincidence.
Well, some people think a lot of that formula was given to all the people crossing the border, and so our government paid for it, and they've got it. So,
well, maybe Joe Biden ate it all.
Yeah, we don't talk about that. So, all right, I want to thank my guests and everybody in the chat. Thank you so much. We were jam-packed. We had 12 fossils. In fact, Metarog was in the chat, so basically 13.
Wow.
And
like a boneyard.
No, we need to find someone else, so it's 14, so it's not unlucky. Who else?
I had my hands full bringing them and coming and going. But on behalf of everybody here, I want to thank you all. And hopefully you all join us next week at the same time. And until then, happy drawing.
Good night, kids.
Take care, guys.